To the baby on a magic hand dance, baby on a magic hand dance. To the baby on a magic hand dance, baby on a magic hand dance. To the baby on a magic hand dance, baby on a magic hand dance. To the baby on a magic hand dance, baby on a magic hand dance. Feel the energy, feel the force between your hands. Use the force, feel the energy, let that waste stand. Let's do the baby on a magic hand dance, 'cause you can dance. Let's do the baby on a magic hand dance, 'cause you can dance with me. Let's feel the force, feel it, let's feel the force. Come on, yeah. Let's do the baby on a magic hand dance, 'cause you can dance. Do the baby on a magic hand dance, 'cause you can dance. Come on, feel the force, 'cause you can. Come on, feel the force. Let's use it. Let's use the force, 'cause you can. Let's use the force between the palms of the hands. The feeling that's stretching. Let's use the force. Now shake it, touch it, and shake, and let it go. Shake it, touch it, and shake, let it go. Feel it, feel it, feel it.
Yeah, let's feel it. Yeah, yeah, let's feel it, Captain Rickster.
Oh, yeah. My fans out there, how we doing today? Woo, man,
Oh yeah, feel the force.
Yep.
Use the force and feel the force. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the All for Sci-Fi weekly webcast. I'm your host, Eric Walker, and next to me is...
Captain Rickster.
Yes, indeed. And we're doing the magic hand dance because we can dance. Thank you, everybody, for inspiring that song. Welcome. Oh, my goodness, Captain Rickster. Wow. Do we have a lot to talk about today?
Yes. We've got a long week of good stuff.
Well, we weren't on live last week, right? Because of LA Comic Con.
That's right.
So we were there, and we're going to talk about LA Comic Con as well. Mm-hmm. Had a great time. I'm sure you guys have seen the video. We just had a great time. And if you look to Captain Rickster's on the right side of your screen, you'll see some new stuff is over here on my right side too. There's a blurg. See the big 1/6 scale of the blurg. That video is coming soon because we actually did an unboxing of it. You'll see next to that is Bo-Katan and also Axe Wolves. We're gonna have those videos are coming soon. But on today's show, we're gonna do another unboxing of Captain Vaughn.
Oh yeah.
And that is a Hot Toys exclusive as well. It's a 1/6 scale. It's hard to pronunciate correctly. 1/6 scale. We're going to be doing that along with, what do we got, Captain Rickster?
Oh, we've got a whole bunch of stuff. We got Wednesday to talk about. We've got Star Trek Prodigy we got to talk about. We've got
Willow
to talk about.
Speaking of Willow, here you guys go.
Yes.
In tribute to Willow, I'm wearing my new Willow shirt.
Yep.
So it's hard to see. It says Willow down here.
To talk about too.
Oh yeah, we're gonna. Well, that's not that. It's not what it's called. It's called the Peripheral.
Peripheral. I mean,
we're gonna talk about that, not Phenomenon.
It's
Captain Rickster. Captain Rickster. He's doing it on me. See, it was him all along. And you guys, he tricks me though, because he's Captain Trickster.
That's right.
Yeah. So we got, oh my goodness, we got all that stuff. The Peripheral, we got Willow, we got Star Trek Prodigy, and Wednesday.
Yep.
We're going to talk about the Netflix show Wednesday. So we have a jam-packed, it might be a long show, but we'll try to keep it flowing as fast as we can. Let's talk about what's happening in sci-fi news. Obviously, they made the big announcement that the Bad Batch is coming. When? It's coming the January 4th.
Right.
So it's actually premiering the first week of January, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And they also, during that same time period, we found out when we got a season update for Mandalorian season 3, which is coming out March 1st.
Mm-hmm.
So we got those two big updates in the Star Wars universe coming. Also, what's coming out next week, Captain Rickster?
Oh, Avatar.
The Way of Water. Avatar,
Yeah.
The Way of Water is coming out next Friday, the 16th.
Mm-hmm.
It's my wife's birthday on Wednesday, the 14th. So happy birthday to my wife coming up soon.
We're also doing a TV show Wednesday, which is not on.
Well, she's not on the TV show Wednesday.
Nope.
But that show kind of surprised me. When I saw it, it didn't appeal to me. But after watching it and seeing what Tim Burton did, and the last 2 episodes they were directed by James Marshall, who's directed a lot of stuff. He goes way back. He's been a long time director. He directed a lot of the Shania Chronicles as well, and a whole bunch of stuff. So that director's been around a while. So we just got tons of stuff. So. Hey, Dante's here. Hey, Dante.
Hey, Dante.
Welcome to the show.
Yep.
So, thank you for saying that. Oh, also, I was at the Disney store and this was on sale, so I picked this up. Can you tell what it is? It's hard to tell inside this, but it's mouse ears, of course, from the Disney store, and it's actually Boba Fett. It's Boba Fett mouse ears. I got to try to get a little closer. It's not open yet. Maybe if I opened it, they could see it better.
Yeah.
But it's no. I mean, they're supposed to be worn. That's what they're for, mouse ears.
For. You need to open up so that everybody can see it.
Yeah, there you go. Now you can see a little bit better. See Boba Fett's. This is the front part of his helmet. This is the other part that has the thing that goes up. Interesting. What is it with these? And this Willow shirt, by the way. It had this too. Look how long that is. What? Really, guys? Look at this. This is the sticker. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
And on mouse ears. Really, guys? That's ridiculous. How are you going to wear that with this? You're going to put that around you too? Take a look at that, Captain Rickster.
So, yeah.
On my Willow shirt, they had that same thing. Look. And I cut it off. I was going to show you guys on my Willow shirt. This was on there too. These big long.
Oh yeah.
I cut them off. Come on, guys. What happened to the days where the tags were like this small? That's ridiculous.
It is.
Yeah. And I'm wearing my Life Day hat. So happy. Well, Life Day was last month, but happy belated Life Day. Hey, it's Mike. Our good buddy Mike's here. Hey Mike.
Hey, Mike. How we
nice
doing?
to see you guys. Sorry you couldn't make it to LA Comic Con.
Yes.
Instant pigtails. That's pretty funny.
That
That's funny. That's really funny. Thanks, Dante. Yeah, instant pigtails. Sorry we missed you at the LA Comic Con, but we had a great meetup too with the Star Wars Celebration group. That's on Facebook. If you haven't joined, I welcome everybody. It's now I think they renamed it Star Wars Celebration Europe. 2023. Join that group. It's Mike is one of the moderators there. Great people. Spencer, everybody there. The other gentleman that we met up with as well. I don't want to leave him out. Do you remember his name? Jeff, I think his name was. Really great people. Really great people. And we met up with a bunch of people from the group, and that was a lot of fun. One of the persons in the group got COVID. We didn't get it.
No.
So, which is great. But be careful, guys. It goes to show you COVID's still out there. So just be careful.
Still wear your mask when you're indoors, especially in a crowded area like LA Con was.
Right.
So crowded on
I was wearing my mask. Almost nobody was wearing masks, but you and I.
Yeah.
It's like nobody was.
We're all wearing our
and
masks,
then we heard people in the group that had the meetup got COVID. So there you go. We were wearing our mask the whole time. So yeah. So again, I was able to pick up a lot of really fun hot toys. As you can see, they're back behind me on the right side here. The big blurg. And the stuff I was talking about earlier. And I did unboxing videos. They will be uploaded in the next couple of weeks. But on today's show, we're going to do a Captain Vaughn unboxing. So we're going to unbox this bad boy on today's show. Just show it to you. So who's excited to go see the new Avatar movie? I've heard, Captain Rickster, that it's people that have seen it, they're blown away by it.
Yeah,
they said never doubt James Cameron.
So that's definitely true. Never doubt him.
But we're gonna do this unboxing of
Later.
Captain Vaughn later. When we do Star Trek Prodigy or something, we'll figure it out. You guys let us know when you want us to do this and we'll unbox this for you guys to show it to you. But yeah, like I said, we got a lot to talk about today, guys. So, but can't wait to see the way of water. That's what I'm gonna call it now, the way of water. Since I'm not gonna call that Avatar. I did write a song called Pandora. I encourage everybody to go on YouTube and type in Eric Walker Pandora, and it's on my Universal Delight album. Our search for under the Universal Delight, you could listen to it, and it was inspired by the first Avatar movie. Right. Okay, that's.
So who are we gonna talk about first?
What do you want to talk about first? We got a lot to talk about, guys.
Well, you got things watching Wednesday. Why don't we talk
Let's talk about Wednesday. The Wednesday is the show on Netflix. Yep. It is 8 episodes. It's produced by Tim Burton. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if he directed any of the episodes. Did he? I think he directed a few of them. He did a couple but the finale was directed by James Marshall, who we were just talking about. But Jenna Ortega plays Wednesday, and
great actress.
Yes, she did a great job. Oh, yes. Louise Guzman played her father. Catherine Zeta-Jones, of course, played her mother. Yep. And everybody's favorite Star Wars Captain Phasma herself, Gwendolyn Christie, played the school principal. Yep. Emma Myers played Enid, her friend. And I like to announce names of other characters and who they're playing and directors and stuff like that, because I feel it's very important to keep it going, who's doing that stuff. But Wednesday, it was when I first saw it, I didn't want to watch it. Even Captain Richter said, I don't want to watch Wednesday. I said, it's a sci-fi thing. We got to cover it. It's still sci-fi, action, fantasy, anything that's like that. We got to cover it. He didn't want to watch it. And I didn't want to watch it either.
Yeah, at first. It's got to remember, it's part of the Addams family. So if you don't remember the Addams family back in the 60s,
right,
you won't get the concept of who Wednesday really is.
Well,
and what her attitude and to life was about when she was doing that show.
Well, it was definitely different, and it's a take on it, so it's a school thing. So it kind of reminds you of Harry Potter, I guess. If you're going,
not so
well,
much,
this is for the outcast, the weird, the weird, and we knew the person who played Cousin It on the original Addams Family. Remember, he passed away here recently.
Not too long ago,
and he was also one of the Ewoks. Felix Silla played the original Cousin It.
Yeah.
So at All for Sci-Fi, as you know, we have a rating system of 0 to 5 stars. 5 stars is the best. If it's 3 stars or less, we don't recommend you stream it or go watch it if it's a movie in a movie theater. In this case, we're given the official rating for the Wednesday, the Netflix show, that it's 8 episodes. It gets an official All for Sci-Fi rating of 4.75 stars for the whole series. What do you give it, Captain Rickster?
Oh, I'm going to go a lot higher, actually. I'm not going to give it a 5, but I'm going to give it a 4.95. That's how I like it so much.
The show that he almost talked me out of watching it, and he gave it a 4.9. 4.95, almost a 5 stars. Wow, almost, Captain Rickster, you're being generous today.
5 stars, but I mean,
it's close, guys.
It's close to it. It's got a great plot to it. The storyline's good. The actors and actresses are great in this.
Yes.
Especially some of the old characters that are in it, which is really good.
No, it was the production value, everything.
The music's great.
Everything, the music was done by the guy who did the Addams Family movie.
Yeah.
The guy that was in Oingo Boingo. What was the guy's name? But he does all the stuff for Tim Burton too. I'm trying to remember the guy's name. Mike's going to tell us in a second.
The only reason why I didn't give Wednesday a 5, the simple fact is because Lurch is too small.
Well, and again, there were certain things about that were different than the original Addams Family. And that's my reasoning for giving it. I would have given it 5 stars, but there were certain things that bugged me. Again, Lurch was too small.
Yep.
He's a tall dude. Remember, originally in the movies, he was played by Carl Strickton, who was the King Marauder in the Ewok movies. What a small world. Everything relates to Star Wars almost when you think about it. That's 6 degrees of separation. Everybody knows everybody, but Carl Strickton, who played the King Marauder in the second Ewok movies, was in the Addams Family movies as Lurch.
The original TV series, the guy was 6'8".
I'm wondering how tall. I think I think Carl's over 7 foot tall
Yeah, well, Lurch
in
was-
real life.
In real life,
So in
guy
the
who played
Addams Family
Lurch
movie, he was over 7 foot tall. But
Yeah.
again, in this character, he was barely a tall man.
He barely 6'2", maybe 6'3"
Right.
at the max.
And Pugsley's supposed to be fat, a chubby
Not
kid.
skinny.
That kid was not fat.
No.
So and then Catherine Zeta-Jones she was a little voluptuous. She wasn't fat. Captain Richter called her fat.
Yeah.
Don't let anybody know that though. Captain Richter, Catherine Zeta-Jones is not fat, by the way.
But
Luis Guzman is.
He is definitely fat. If you watch the even the movie, the guy was skinny.
And a lot of people, the only complaints I've heard is was about Luis Guzman. They're not buying him but I liked his performance. I enjoyed his performance.
Yeah.
He still did a good job acting wise. You could tell he was infatuated and in love with his wife. It was pretty obvious. And even though it made Wednesday sick, made her want to vomit,
especially at that age.
Yeah, right.
All kids don't think it's cooties, kid, mom and dad kissing each other.
Yes. And Mike just said his name there. Thank you, Mike. Danny Elfman did the music, and it's obvious. And yes, the music is fantastic because it's Danny Elfman.
Danny Elfman did,
yeah. And he was in Oingo Boingo. So
yeah,
he was in that group. So it's overall, guys. Again, Wednesday 4.75. And it follows basically Wednesday's life, and she gets in trouble because she's Tim Burton, Nightmare Before Christmas. Mike's talking about not Nightmare, but the music was great in A Nightmare Before Christmas. Everything was great about that as well. There's a new show, new Pinocchio on Netflix that has Guillermo del Toro. I forgot I'm really terrible with names, guys. Guillermo del Toro, is that his name? Yeah. He did it, and it's like the Nightmare. The reason I'm bringing it up is it's that kind of animation, like the Nightmare Before Christmas. There's a new Pinocchio with that, so watch that. I haven't watched it yet, but that just came out, and he's a great director.
Yes, he is.
But yeah, it's a different take, and basically, Wednesday's having a lot of Del Toro. Yeah. That's almost like my last name, Del Toro. Yes.
Yeah.
Almost.
Something similar to that, yes.
Oh, it's good. Oh, he's saying watch it. Well, I'm gonna watch it. I haven't seen it, but but with that director, it makes me want to watch it. That's another reason why I wanted to watch Wednesday as well, even though it didn't look appealing with the previews, is because it was Tim Burton and Danny Elfman doing the music. So Guillermo del Toro doing the Pinocchio with that style animation. Definitely, let's check that out so we could talk about it on next week's show. But again, talking about this she gets in trouble in the beginning. Remember, she did the thing with the piranha in the pool.
Oh, I love that one.
From the start.
No one can torture my brother except me. They're all in the swimming pool.
Yeah.
She's got 2 bags of piranhas. She drops them. Woo! And they'll go. Wee!
Yeah.
And the guy loses the nut.
So because she's getting in trouble and the courts are involved, they send her to the school for the outcasts, which it's called Nevermore, is the outcast school. You get to know other people that have different powers, like her roommate is a wolf, or
she's a werewolf.
She's a werewolf, and who had never. And at the last episode, she finally wolfs out, which was cool too, by the way.
Really big wolf too.
She was, and she took on that monster the monster's called a hide.
Yeah.
And the hides were banned because they're too dangerous. Those outcasts were banned like 30 years ago. They talked about every piece of this show, well written. I really hope, sometimes Netflix does weird things, like they cancel things that we love, that are great. Please, Netflix, don't cancel this show. Do a second season. I really enjoyed it. I want to see this. I want to see season 2 of Wednesday. Please, Netflix, give it to us. It's the show we never thought we wanted.
Yeah, that's true.
Just like Andor.
Yeah.
Star Wars Andor. I kind of wanted it because I'm a Star Wars geek, but a lot of Star Wars fans didn't really. They're saying, why are they doing Star Wars Andor? It's like that. It's just great. So, so basically it's that. And if you gotta like that sense of humor, and Jenna Ortega did a great job. So really good job there playing Wednesday. And I like how they brought Christina Ricci back. as Laurel Gates. We find out later the twist at the end is she's Laurel Gates, the family that wants to get rid of the school. Just twists and turns everywhere. You know, it's just a good show. It really is. Very well written. Please go watch it. We don't have enough time to talk about every episode, but it's
really great.
Even the finale had twists in it, right?
Oh yes.
Thought this person was the Hyde, then that person wasn't the Hyde. It was really
somebody else was the Hyde.
Just watch it.
A lot of good twists and plots in this one. Especially
great. It's a great show. Let's go ahead and talk about. You want to talk about the Peripheral?
Yeah, might as well too.
Since we're talking about shows like the whole season without doing each episode. Like Wednesday, we gave the review. We did the review for the whole season. We're going to talk about the Peripheral. It's a show that's on Amazon Prime.
Yes.
And it stars in the Peripheral stars Chloe Grace Moretz, Jack Rayner, Gary Carr, and Katie Leung from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, but the lady who is one of the Asian lady who is like helping him, the Peripherals come and control them. That Asian lady was Katie Leung from Harry Potter's girlfriend, the Asian actress.
She gained a lot of weight.
Well, she's an adult now, and she's in her 30s or something like that, isn't she? Or late 20s?
Late 20s, maybe.
Yeah.
Not 30s yet.
Yeah, but I was surprised. I hadn't seen her in anything in a while. We saw her in the Harry Potter stuff.
All Harry Potter stuff, but nothing beyond that.
But, you know, she seemed like an actress that might pop up again later.
Oh, yeah.
Even though she didn't have a huge part in Harry Potter.
Another TV show.
Yeah, no, but, and so, so basically what, let's go ahead and give the official rating. As you know, it's 0 to 5 stars. 5 stars is the best. If it's 3 or less, we don't recommend you stream it. The All for Sci-Fi official rating of the Peripheral on Amazon is 4.85 stars. What do you give it, Captain Nixter?
I'm give it a 4.90.
9.0, less than Wednesday.
Well, yeah.
But you gave it more than me, so no violence.
Yeah.
He's learning, guys. He's learning. Wow. What an interesting concept for a show.
It was very, very interesting. I can't wait to see season 2 on this one.
I'm really hoping Amazon gives it season 2.
Amazon's like Netflix. They're dropping a lot of stuff.
Right.
A lot of good shows that people even like.
By the way, I love your shirt today, Captain Nixter. Wanted. Looks nice.
He is wanted. But anyway.
And I'm wearing the Willow shirt, in case you missed it. This is my Willow shirt from Willow. I got it at the Disney store if you want to go get it. We'll talk about Willow here pretty soon. But the Peripheral, guys, I mean, it's a great concept. It's about the future, like what 2085 or 75 or something like that. They're way in the future.
You got to remember though, it's a game. It's a head. You put the headset
That's right.
on, and you go from the present to the future.
Yeah, could you imagine? Yeah, because they have those now. Those what do they call them? When you put the game headsets on, virtual reality. They have it now where they put that on. But can you imagine having that virtual reality where you actually you go into it and you feel like you're in a different body and you're a different person? Sure. If they could really do that, oh my goodness!
What a game that would be!
Wow. So basically, it takes place a little bit in our future. Like, it's not today's 2022. It takes place a little bit in the future where they have that headset.
2085.
I thought it was 2032 where they were at.
Oh, yeah, it's 2032 where they're at.
Where they're at.
They went from 32 to 85.
Right. And basically, they test it. They send this thing for them to test it. And it's just a bunch of games, testing and getting paid money. And then they find out that the future is really messed up and they have all these people controlling things. It's just, it would be too much to describe in one episode.
That's true.
Whoever wrote this, you are brilliant.
No kidding. You
are absolutely amazing. The writer who created this, and the acting's great. The music's good. The special effects are good. I was a little sad that it was only 8 episodes.
Me too. I really got into this one here.
Yes.
It's like I'm really getting into Wednesday.
Yeah, it was really good. And then it kind of died. This 8 episode crap, guys, come on, give us more. What is going on here? We want real seasons, not like half baked.
We want 26, not 8.
Even back in the day, you know, well,
Yeah, it was
24 to 26 when it was an hour, when it was a half-hour show, which these two shows we're referring today are not, but when it was a half-hour show, it would be up to 40 episodes, I believe, in a season.
Like that,
But it just, I mean, the acting's great, everything's great. I don't want to get into too much of it, other than to say a little bit about the episodes, and they find out that they have to kill her and her family because
she took something that wasn't from the future,
right,
back to the past.
It's just the mystery and intrigue and the action and everything is just really good. It's top-notch filmmaking. So
True. Very true.
I want more stuff like this.
Yep.
So Amazon, pay attention. Give us a second season.
No,
I actually gave it a higher rating than Wednesday. So
that's amazing.
And you gave it a lesser rating. That's interesting.
That's amazing.
It's okay. Okay, guys, what's next? What do you want to talk about next? We have Prodigy.
Let's do Prodigy.
Okay, let's go ahead and jump to Star Trek Prodigy, and then after we do Star Trek Prodigy before Willow, we'll jump in and do this unboxing of Captain Vaughn for you guys.
Let's go.
I know we're going through it very fast, guys, but it's a jam-packed show today. Want to cover everything. Get caught up. By the way, in case you missed it, we were off last weekend because of the LA Comic Con. On our channel, please go and watch the video. We have a 1 hour long video that's on the us walking around. Also, Jamie Sullivan, who's a really good friend of the channel and a good friend of ours. We watched him. He was signing. He does a lot of G.I. Joe drawings, and he was doing a lot for that VIP. And he has a record cover he did that had so many G.I. Joes. How many in there? Like 200 or something like that. But he was signing it at the Lids booth. For free. They were giving it away, so I got this huge poster signed by him. That was cool.
So did I.
And then we went back and bought some stuff from him because he's a good friend. He did a Godzilla, and he also did a drawing I got with Ahsoka Tano with a Loth cat. Ahsoka Tano holding a Loth cat. I almost got an extra one for you, Mike. Almost. And I want to show it to you later. Maybe send you a picture of it privately, and let me know if you like that, because like Jamie has more of those.
Yes,
and he's a good friend. So, and I'm going to see him next month in January. We're going to be doing the Pasadena Comic Con, and I'll send you that and let me know if you like that. Okay, so
Prodigy.
no, I'm trying to think about something. Okay, yeah, because we're doing 2 episodes of the Prodigy. We missed a week. The last episode 17, is called Ghost in the Machine.
Yep.
The episode before that's called Preludes. At All for Sci-Fi, you know our rating system. Okay, let's just jump right in. I'm gonna give Preludes is gonna get 4.75 stars, and Ghost in the Machine 4.5 stars. What do you give them?
I'm gonna give the first one you said is number 16. I like it kind of, but it's like a 4.70 to me. Okay. And then the other one, the Ghost in the Machine, I like that one, so I'm gonna give it a. What did you give it?
I give it a 4.5.
I'm gonna give it a 4.60.
Okay. Yeah. We're close. Both of us are close. I mean, I gave Preludes a higher rating, just like Captain Rickster did. It was a better episode for sure. This last episode, Ghost in the Machine, it was a little slow, and then it kind of picked up right at the end.
Yeah.
Basically, in this episode of Star Trek Prodigy, Ghost in the Machine, they're trapped in the holodeck.
Yeah.
And there's been many episodes like this, even on the Next Generation. Maybe there might have been some on Voyager or on DS9 as well, where they've been stuck in the holodeck.
Yeah.
They've done this quite a few times. Even Professor Moriarty, remember, he's coming back in Picard's season, this last season, season 3.
Yeah.
Remember when he tried to trap and come out? He came out of the holodeck, and then they tricked him, and like he was inside the whole time.
Yeah.
They made him think he came out, but he didn't. But it was kind of like that. And in that episode, we got to see what they did during their holodeck time. They were going back and forth. And what happened was Janeway thought that they weren't going to complete their mission, so her program tried to override it and trap them there.
Yeah,
is what we found out in the end. But yeah, I mean, it was a pretty good episode. I mean, these episodes are very good. I'm really surprised. I mean, it's a show that's made for kids. It's made by Nickelodeon. But the last 3 or 4 episodes of Prodigy, they're not like they remind me of Lower Decks, but the quality is like Lower Decks.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really brilliant writing, and it's like it's not just for kids, it's for us too. I mean, we're like kids anyway, right?
That's right. Yes, we are.
But it's really good. And the episode before that was they were trying to fix their ship, and that was a very good episode as well. In the neutral zone, yes. And so both episodes are really good. So I'm excited to see where they're gonna take it. I was reading somewhere that the first season of this one is like over 20 episodes.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Like
too.
20, is it 21 or 20? I think 21 episodes.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about, guys. That's a little better. But again, Prodigy is a half-hour show.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, you're gonna have more. So I still feel cheated. It's not fair.
Yeah,
It's not fair. I feel cheated.
Pretty crying.
Yeah.
You're up.
Yeah, we know. So, and again, Prodigy has a lot of great. It has D. Bradley Baker in there who does all the Bad Batch voices. It has, of course, as Janeway and Admiral Janeway and all that. The hologram Janeway is played by the original Janeway, Catherine Mulgrew. So, just can't wait to see what's going to come out with the rest of this. How are they going to let them know they need to destroy this ship? Because it's going to infect. And they got we can learn more about the diviner. We've found out. Hey, Mike,
see you later,
not
Mike.
a problem. Come back later and watch it. We're going to do Willow in an unboxing, but you can watch it on a repeat later.
Yeah.
But thank you, Mike, for jumping in real quick. But make sure you watch it on repeat. You're 32 minutes into the show.
Yeah.
So come back later and watch us. We're doing Willow next. And before we do Willow, we'll do the unboxing of this.
Yeah.
So, okay. Have a great day, Mike. So anyway, what we found more about what really happened, why they're trying to destroy the Federation and stuff. And we found out that the diviner came from a different species that almost got wiped out or something like that.
Almost.
And they sent a bunch of them. They're from the future, and they sent them in the past. They sent a bunch of them. In fact, we ran into another one. I forgot what her name was, but he's called the diviner. The other one's called something liberator or whatever it is. I don't know, something like that. And so there's a bunch of them out there. It's not just that species. And then he made a Prodigy. He made his daughter, and he wasn't supposed to, but he did it because he thought he wasn't going to fulfill his mission. So he made another one.
Yeah.
So it's a great show. Again, can't wait to see where it's going to end up. But without further ado, before we get into Willow, let's go ahead and take a look at this. This is the from Star Wars. It's Captain Vaughn, and this is a Hot Toys exclusive. It's on the back. It says Hot Toys presents a television masterpiece, Captain Vaughn. I guess Captain Vaughn's probably from I think Clone Wars. Looks like a Clone Wars type of guy based on the helmet.
It looks like,
and because it has a Ahsoka thing on it. Remember, she had her own unit in the last season. I think this is from the last season, the last season of Clone Wars, in fact, because remember they painted her helmet like the Ahsoka thing. When you open it up, it's really neat. Look at this. It has these Hot Toys always have this really beautiful drawing inside. So taking a look at that, that's awesome looking. Make a bigger screen for you guys. I always do these really, really wonderful artwork, and then this comes off, as you'll see. It comes off. I'm going to give it to you, Captain Rix, in a minute so you could look at it. And then the inside looks like this.
Awesome.
What does he have there? Let's look at it briefly. He's got his gun. He's got a really nice looking gun there. A huge gun. don't know what this other stuff is, but let's go ahead. He doesn't have a jetpack. This guy's different, but we'll see what it is here in a second. But again, it's a 1/6 scale. So look how neat he is. And they usually sometimes they have different hands or different, sometimes they have different boots or feet, leg, sorry, not feet, but leg or different boots. Usually they have sometimes different, they'll give you different versions of his hand, and that stuff comes apart. If you want to start opening this other part, so you can hand it to me. Take like the some of the guns out, but here we go. Well, you can do that really fast. There's more of a close-up. Captain Vaughn here. Let's do the backside. Give me a second, Captain Rickster. Hold that for me. Showing you all the different angles. He's got look at his belt. Love this belt. Looks wonderful. Let's check the articulation here. Obviously, very smooth. Wow. That is really smooth. Very posable figure. The helmet doesn't come off, but it moves really well. Really great articulation everywhere, even his shoes.
Oh, this is neat.
Oh, okay, so look at this guy's weapon here. Now, is that a weapon of someone that could really get some things done? Unlike stormtroopers, the clone troopers shot very well, by the way. Look at that. And then he has a smaller one right here. This one looks like it, if he's like trying to shoot from far away, it has a stand. I just took the stand off, sorry about it. But he has a stand, so like a sniper. Captain Rickster could relate to that. What was this? Did we figure it out yet?
I think the thing.
Did it go on his back?
Load and unload for a.
Wait, it goes on the back.
Yeah, it goes on the back. That was a power pack, but it looks like more like a bullet.
That's interesting. Just it snapped on the back. There we go. Look good. Give it to Captain Rickster. As you know, at All for Sci-Fi, we have here you go. It comes with a stand too. Here you go, Captain Rickster. Take a look at it. It comes with a stand. See these stands? And the stand says right here it says Star Wars Captain Vaughn, and you could pose him on these stands. And he's going to go back here. He's going to go over here next to Bo-Katan and Axe Wolves. Nice figure, huh?
Nice, yes.
And as you know, at All for Sci-Fi, we have a rating system now for toys, like we do movie reviews or television reviews. At All for Sci-Fi, the rating system, again, for toys is 0 to 5 stars. If it's a 5-star toy, it's the best toy since sliced bread. If it's put it there so people could see it. If it's
thing to stand up.
You can. Here we go. There we go.
Oh, man, I'll take care of it.
Anyway, so if it's 5 stars, it's the best thing since sliced bread. If it's 3 stars or less, we don't recommend you purchase the toy. Okay, this edition, this Hot Toys edition, Captain Vaughn 1/6 scale, gets an official All for Sci-Fi rating of 4.85 stars. What do you give it, Captain Rickster?
I give it a 4.90. It's got great articulation.
Almost gave it 5. Almost gave it 5.
Yeah.
I have a lot of toys, guys, as you can see, so I'm not going to give it 5 stars, but it's pretty good. The reason why the reason why I lowered the rating and gave it a little bit less than Captain Rickster is because he had 2 accessories, this and this, but he didn't have a lot of these. Other ones have more. Like, hold on a second, please. These other ones have more accessories than this item has. Captain Rickster is not here. He's not seeing me opening the stuff, so he don't know. But it came with this.
Yeah,
it came with these little holograms. So when he's talking to people, that's Ahsoka, actually. That's Ahsoka. So when he's talking to people, and he's got little communication stuff too. Communication stuff. But again, he's got a few accessories, but he didn't have very many for his hands, and he didn't have other stuff. So I lowered it a little bit. But Captain Richter seems to love it.
Yeah, I like this one. Yeah, cool.
It is pretty cool.
Like all the rest of my life.
Oh, Dante gives it a 4.89.
Ooh,
there you go, Dante.
Good, yes.
It's a good figure, and we're gonna again every week. We're gonna, hey, what's up, Darth Sidious? Darth Sidious is here. Hey, every week we're gonna do an unboxing. This week we did the big unboxing of the Hot Toys because we just got that from LA Comic Con, as well as these other ones, the Blurg and Bo-Katan and Axe Wolves as well. But this is Captain Vaughn from the Clone Wars, the captain for Ahsoka's team. So
just perfect.
Yeah, no, they do. They're beautiful figures.
Yeah.
So yeah, so there you go. And next week maybe we'll do George Lucas. We have the George Lucas one in disguise. Yep. So next week maybe we'll do that or another one. We'll figure it out. Oh, actually, you know what? For Christmas, is that the 1 week before Christmas? Or
no,
because right before Christmas I want to do one of the Christmas ones. Because
it would be.
Well,
actually,
the one close.
Eve.
Oh, the one Christmas Eve, we're not going to do a show, so we're off. But the week before that, we'll go ahead. Maybe
next week.
Let's do this one.
Yeah, the Christmas one.
Let's do the Christmas one.
Yep.
Although he looks kind of weird, doesn't he?
He does kind of, yeah.
We'll do that one. We probably should have done this one while we're alive too. Axe Wolves. But we have plenty of time, guys. Okay, there you go. Here's the unboxing. What are we going to talk about next?
Willow.
One second. Okay. Willow. Hey, in tribute to you, Warwick, I'm wearing my Willow shirt, guys. Here it is. Yes. I just got this from the Disney store. And they have them even in big guys for like me. This is a 3X. See, it says the Willow logo.
You're not that big.
Well, it's a little big on me. I could probably do a 2X, but I like him to be big on me, the shirts. So, okay. Willow. We got 2 episodes, guys.
Well, actually 3. They gave us the very first episode was 1. It was 2.
Well, we did that one. We did those.
Third.
So we only have 1 episode to give for you guys this week. Yep. We did a review of the first 2 episodes already. I did see the Willow action figure. Yes, I did not get it. I'm thinking about getting it so I could review it, but I did see it. I like it. Probably get it and review it on the show here soon. So we're going to review episode 2 and episode 3. Episode 2 is called The High Alduin. Episode 3 is called the Battle of the Slaughtered Lamb. Interesting bit of trivia, guys. The original writer of Willow, his name is Bob Dolman, the guy who wrote Willow with George Lucas, because George had writers, just like he had Kasdan help him write with. And speaking of that, John Kasdan, the son of the other Kasdan, is producing Willow. John Kasdan is. His father wrote with George some of the original Indiana Jones and all that other stuff. But interesting, Bob Dolman wrote episode 2, Captain Richter. Really? He wrote episode 2, the High Alduin, and he wrote another episode that's coming later in the season.
Oh, good.
I think it's episode 7 he wrote too. So it's neat to see they're using the original screenwriter of Willow on the Willow TV show. So let's get into it. As you know, we have a rating system of 0 to 5 stars. 5 stars the best. 3 stars or less, we don't recommend it. Episode 2, The High Alduin, which was written with Bob Dolman, it's going to get 4.60 stars, official all for sci-fi rating. And episode 3, Battle of the Slaughtered Lamb, is going to get 4.25 stars. You might be wondering why I did that, but what do you give both the episodes, Captain Richter? Go for it.
Episode 2, I'll give it a 4.65, and then as for the third one, I'll give it a 4.40.
Okay, you might have the same reasoning for me as well. So, why did you have different ratings? And I'll tell you why I had different ratings.
Well, I think 2 was a lot better than 3. for one thing.
Right.
Because I like how the girl's trying to learn magic. That was pretty cool on that part.
Right.
Part of it. And then in the second one, or the third episode, it just a little on the boring side to me. I mean, it wasn't a whole lot of action packed, and I don't know. It's just that nothing really worked for her or even anybody else. But I did like when Willow did blow up those guys with his magic.
Right. And I know we jumped. I just realized that we're reviewing episode 2, and that was part of the first 2 premiere episodes. Yeah. But that's okay because I didn't get a chance to mention Bob Dolman. So I'm glad that we're talking about it again. But episode 2, it was good. Yeah, you're right. It was the best part of this entire show. And I'm not saying this because I know Warwick Davis, but the best part of Willow is Willow.
Yeah, definitely.
For me. And it's not just because I know him and I worked with him. He's funny. He's funny. His comic timing's great. And you're right. The problem I have with this last episode, and I lowered the rating, was it was a little slow for me and dark, very dark.
Yeah.
In fact, it was so dark I almost had to change the setting on my television, the contrast setting, because it was so dark. And it was a little slow. So that was those were my reasoning for giving it a little bit less episode, but it's still a great show.
Yeah, the third show just did not really tickle my fancy.
Love the music.
Oh yeah.
They seem at the end of each episode they're playing a different song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that song right at the end of this episode was the best part of this episode 3.
Yeah.
Was the music at the end of it.
That's
and then you saw where they're going next, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't, hey guys, I'm waiting to see what's going to happen with this. And episode 2 was just a great episode. I mean, it had Warwick's daughter in it even.
Yes.
And she did a great job as well.
Mm-hmm.
Annabelle did a great job. Yes. And there's a lot of real, and we were talking about this. I don't know if we were talking about this or not, but I'm catching little things in it. Like her brother who got captured, his name is Eric and my name's Eric. Can you imagine if they're trying to go save Eric the entire Willow season of what Warwick must be saying? How can I ever get rid of this Eric Walker? Ever since I did the Ewok movies with him, he keeps coming up. It was like even on that show he did with Ricky Gervais, the Little People show he did that was on HBO.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the name of it? Life's Too Short or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm in every episode right behind him. See the poster right here of me on the wall? It's every shot of Warwick when he's in his office. I'm right behind him in every episode. And it's like, why didn't Ricky Gervais and you have me show up on that? That would have been you should have had me show up and say, what happened to him too? That would have been great. If they ever did a season 2, if you ever do season 2, Ricky Gervais and Warwick, invite me, since you put the poster behind me and I'm in every episode anyway of that show. And then when Willow came out, remember when they brought him out and they were carrying him and then they almost broke his back? Well, in the original Caravan of Courage, they have me tied to these same looking logs and they're like, and drop me or whatever, but they're carrying me to the Ewok hut. It's like, there's so many similarities. It's like, what's going on here? Hopefully that they don't keep that up. Well, maybe so. I think it's a familiarity thing, and shows the way things are written, they all have a certain flow.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe that's what it is. Maybe has nothing to do with the writer, like John or whoever's writing it. They're like looking back at Warwick's past and saying, let's see how we could bring this in. Maybe in the next couple episodes, they'll bring some stuff up that's like Harry Potter, because he was in Harry Potter.
Well, maybe they might bring a picture of you up somewhere.
Or Leprechaun. Or maybe they'll run into some creature that looks like a leprechaun. You wonder if they do stuff like that. So if that happens in the next couple episodes of Willow, we talked about it here first on All for Sci-Fi. We didn't know, but we talked about it here first. But anyway, you're doing a great job, Warwick. I'm proud of you. I'm happy to see your Dream of Willow finally coming out. Hopefully, the rest of the episodes are like episode 1 and 2, and they get better.
Yes.
Other than that, my other issues with it is I can't say the writing's that great on this. It's good, it's okay, but it's just I feel like I'm watching a more expensive version of some of the other shows I've seen, like the Bureau of Magical Things. What's that other show we were watching that was like a Harry Potter high school one?
Umbrella Academy.
No, there's that, but there's something else too. I'm trying to remember what it was. I'm trying to remember. Oh, Knockmar at the end. They reached Knockmar at the end. Knockmar, yeah. Said terrible at names, guys. I apologize.
I can't remember that other show. I know
it was a show that it had. It was the Bureau of Magical Things was one of them, but then there was another show where they had witches and stuff like that, and the one lady is a triling or something like that. Remember, she could do a whole bunch of things.
Yeah, that one. Wait a minute, that is the same one.
Oh no, there's another one. There's another one where the lady, no, that's that Asian actress. That's a triling. But there's the blonde lady, the blonde girl that has blonde hair.
No, I can't remember that.
Anyway, it reminds me of the. I apologize, guys. I can't remember the names, but I'm gonna write this down so next week when we talk about it, I'll have a name for it. But it reminds me of just a more expensive version of those shows. I want to see something more, or like actually, we were talking to somebody at LA Comic Con. They said it reminded them of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Or like they're bringing Lord of the Rings back. So, but again, like Darcidius just said, they're still trying to establish the background, the story elements in the episodes. So maybe that's what it is. Yeah, but again,
it's on Netflix, that's for sure.
But then again, Willow was before all of this. It was before a lot of that stuff that was on net. If you go back to the original Willow, it was before all that. But it's still missing that element. There was something about the original Willow that this Willow's missing, and it's Warwick being a reluctant hero. I mean, it was the kid who who saved the baby, Laura Dannon, and he had to protect her, and he did it a bit against all these terrible odds because they're little people, and it was a hero story that had this reluctant hero, and it seems to be missing that. But there's a few characters in there too that I just don't care that much for. There's a guy that was in jail.
Oh yeah, him.
That they let out the jail to help them go rescue Eric. That guy's character. That character, it's not a great character so far. We'll see where it goes though. Oh, shout out to Mike Quinn. He was telling me in this last episode, the Battle of Slaughtered Lamb. You know when they were that little rat creature with the red eyes.
Yeah.
Mike Quinn did the puppeteering on that.
Oh, cool.
So he didn't get credit for it, but he did. But the guy who's turned on the Wi-Fi on the set got a credit. Really? That's what he was saying. He goes, I'm doing the puppeteering stuff on that little rat creature, but I'm not credited. But the guy who turned the Wi-Fi on the set, he has a credit for activating the Wi-Fi and the internet. I'm like, really, guys? Come on, guys. Really? Mike Quinn's doing the puppet work, and he's not even getting a credit.
That's not
But
good.
Shout out to you, Mike, because you did a great job doing that.
That's funny.
So, well, that's basically it, guys. I mean, I can't wait to see next week's episode of Willow. I can't wait to see The Way of Water, Avatar. I've heard already really great things about it. It's mind-blowing. It's I hope it lives up to it, but I hate it when there's a lot of hype because you're going into it with such excitement that it might let you down.
Yeah, expectations of being great.
Yeah, because if people are talking about it too much, although the original Avatar, when people were saying that it didn't let you down. So hopefully what they're saying here is The Way of Water is don't ever doubt James Cameron, like they said. So
yeah, especially with how long it is.
Hey. James Cameron also gave everybody permission to go out, get up and go pee, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
He said, who cares? He goes, I don't want to hear anybody complaining about how my movie's 3 hours, when he was talking about how his kids binge watch stuff on Netflix and they'll watch 5 or 6 episodes of a show that's an hour long. So they don't even get up for 5 or 6 hours. You're complaining about my movie being 3 hours. He said, it's okay to get up and go pee. Thank you, James Cameron, for that permission.
That's right. Thank you. Yeah. My problem is you don't have any intermission.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's going to be parts that are slow in any movie. So I wonder if wouldn't that be kind of cool if somebody like created some sort of log about the movie and it's like, this is the best spot to get up and go pee.
Yeah, somebody leaves, go pee, and come back.
The slowest parts at this spot at 1 hour and 70. 1 hour and I said 70. There's no 1 hour and 70 minutes. 1 hour at 1 hour and 25 minutes to 1 hour and 30 minutes. It's this scene, so it's okay to get up
and go pee.
Yeah. Well, in Captain Rickster's case, it would really go in handy.
Oh, yes, it would.
It's been great, guys. I can't wait. We got some great stuff coming up. Excited to see what's coming up down the road.
End of the year stuff is gonna be great.
Yeah, thank you guys too also for helping me with that Baby Yoda Magic Hand Dance, because we're finishing that song. It's going to be released on our next album next year. Actually, it's going to be released right a few weeks before the season, The Mandalorian season 3. We know it's coming out March 1st. So the Baby Yoda Magic Hand Dance will be coming out in February, to let you guys know that song. So the album could be coming out in March, but the song would come out before, so that everybody could watch it before The Mandalorian season 3 comes out. So that's about it. Okay, so next week, guys. Oh, before we let you go, we always tell everybody, please do one act of kindness this week. We believe that if people witness other people doing acts of kindness, it's a pay it forward, and people see it, and then it kind of encourages them to do it as well. It doesn't have to be something like where you're doing physical labor or you're giving people money. You could simply pick up the phone and call someone you haven't talked to in 10 years and might make their day, their week, or their year. What if that person that you hadn't talked to in 10 years just got some bad news and they needed to talk to someone? So reach out to someone you haven't talked to this week, or do an act of kindness. It'll make the world a better place. As always, the Force will be with you. Right?
That's definitely true.
Live long and prosper, everybody in the Star Trek world. And we got to come up with other phrases too.
That's true. So do I. Because
there's lots of sci-fi ones. Yeah. Let's start writing it down so we could say other phrases too that are great there. I'll be back. We'll be back next week.
Yes, we will.
What else?
Everybody have a great week. Rest of your weekend. Stay dry because it's going to rain tomorrow.
Yes. And, well, that's here. If you're in LA.
If you're here in LA or right. Anywhere in California, that is.
Right.
But have a great week. Make sure you come back. We'll have a great next week to help you guys out. So,
yes. Hey. And remember to use the Force, everybody. To the baby of the magic hand dance, the baby of the magic hand dance. To the baby of the magic hand dance, the baby of the magic hand dance. Use the Force.